Welcome everyone to this afternoon's show. We're doing the prediction show here. We're trying to get the lineup bang on again. Twice we've done it now, absolutely spot on. Can we do it again? Leicester take on Leeds at the King Power Stadium tomorrow, 2 o'clock kickoff. We're live here from 1:40 on the Watchalong show. Please tune in. The link is in the description of the video and it's also pinned in the chat. So if you want to hop over to that and give it a quick like, that would be great. That's for tomorrow's live Watchalong between Leicester and Leeds at the King Power Stadium, live 1:40 here on the channel. Winksy's with me right now. We're going to discuss the lineup coming up and a bit about Leeds as well, and a certain player that's creeping in on Harvey Barnes' stats. Winksy, good afternoon, pal. You good?
Yeah, man. I've had a bit of a hectic morning with the Wi-Fi playing up, but I think it's fixed now. So hopefully it means better quality for when I come in now. And yeah, easier work as well because I'll be able to download stuff quicker and stuff like that. So.
That's right. Winks has took on some extra roles outside of Lee Chappy channel. Do you want to tell the guys, or should we just keep it as a just a me and you thing? I don't mind. It's either way.
I generally don't mind, to be honest with you. It's just doing little bits there and little bits there and then for them. It's Blue Boys Network. They're quite a big channel. They're getting decent views, and they're just a decent bunch. And to be honest with you, I'm just enjoying doing work for everyone and helping everyone out.
That's what it's about, Winksy. I'm hoping that we can get you doing thumbnails for channels galore, and that's what you do for a living, maybe. Ching ching.
Maybe.
Who knows? Who knows, Winksy, where this goes, eh? But seriously now, let's just talk about the fixture. Leicester at the King Power Stadium tomorrow against Leeds. The previous fixture on the 2nd of November before Christmas time, Leicester winning 4-1 at Elland Road with a Harvey Barnes goal in the first, I think it was about the 2nd or 3rd minute, I think it was actually. Yuri Tillman's got 2 goals during that game as well. I think one was a penalty at the last kick of the game sort of thing. And I think Vardy got one as well around the 70th minute-ish. Off the top of my head, I looked at the stats yesterday, it's always a tricky game. Leeds have got some ups and downs. I think they've conceded the most goals this season in the league. But that's because they play fearless football. They like to attack no matter what. And for some reason, Mr. Bielsa only likes to play one way. He doesn't change regardless of how they do. He seems to just keep going. So even if they're 3-0 down, they'll still keep playing the attack. It don't matter about how many goals going on. It's about how many goals we score, so to speak.
They're a crazy bunch, to be honest with you. Obviously, I'm always going to kind of highlight the fixtures that obviously I watch, and one that I remember was the United 6-1. We were just scoring, and they just weren't changing at all. Nothing about them were changing. They were just letting us score. So it's going to be a weird game between you lot, I think.
Yeah, exactly, mate. That's what I'm saying. They look like their last game against Newcastle, they won 2-1, and they lined up with Harrison on the left. He's the man that I just want to have a quick chat about before we do the lineup, which is here's the stats for Jack Harrison. He's competing with Harvey Barnes actually for stats. 19 to 18 appearances in the Premier League, 3 assists to 4 assists. So he's got more assists but less goals himself. He's got 4 to Harvey Barnes' 6. Passing accuracy is bang on the same. Recoveries, he's won the ball more. Touches as well, 52 to 40, and key passes 31 to 14. Duels won. Harvey Barnes has won more duels. But look at that. That's under the radar sort of thing. That's under the radar for Jack Harrison. Big shout out to the channel that actually supplied me those stats. I can't even remember who did. Bloody hell. Never mind. I'll give him a shout in the description instead. Look, let's just do this. That's what everyone's here for, is to create the lineup. So away we go. Let's go into this. Now, we got the lineup bang on. The last 2 games. Can we get a hat trick? Do you think we can?
You know what? I think we've been close with the 2 games before. I think it's something like well, we could probably round it up to about four streams in a row, really getting them kind of right. I think the last two we got them bang spot on, but the two before that I think we were very close. But yeah, why not?
Yeah, Ndidi's a major doubt. Obviously, Mendy will start, I can imagine. Evans could be doubtful because I think he had some sort of vision impairment. So Soyuncu could start this game with Fofana. We might see that pairing. Iheanacho might get a chance to start instead of Perez, potentially, because Perez wasn't the best during the week. I don't know. What's your take on that? Or would you start Perez?
I think you've got to go with consistency. I think even if Perez isn't playing as well as you want him to, I think switching to another striker would probably affect the team a little bit more, because at the end of the day, the players are going to want to get used to the player up front. Obviously, if you want the best of Maddison, Tielemans and stuff like that, they're going to have to get used to the striker to play the passes and the runs and whatever they do. So I think obviously Iheanacho probably will make an appearance during the match, but I think it'll be a Perez start for me.
Okay. So I tell you what, then you can have Perez as your first pick. That's how we usually start this. So we'll stick Perez up top as your first pick. I'm going to go with Kasper Schmeichel in the sticks as my first pick. That's a certain. So now it's down to the centre backs. That includes the people in the chat as well. I want to see who they pick at centre back. Are we going to go with a Johnny Evans that's got some sort of vision impairment? He's had a little problem for a while with this, according to the press conference from Brendan Rodgers yesterday, but is fine to play, according to Brendan Rodgers. So do we go with Cags and Fofana? Or do we go with Johnny Evans and Fofana?
I think you're going to probably go with the Caglar and Fofana duo. Maybe try it out. I mean, I think there's a couple of people in the chat that are saying the same thing. A couple of people saying Wes Morgan as well, which is a bit strange. But
yeah, speaking of Wes Morgan today, on this day, let me just hop over to a different thing for you guys. 9 years ago, Wes Morgan signed for the club on this day 9 years ago.
Wow.
How time flies. The Nottingham Forest player turned Leicester blue, signed for the club 9 years ago, and he's been through ups and downs with the club as well.
Yeah,
Premier League champion. Unreal. What a ride. What a ride.
Crazy.
But anyway, back on Wes Morgan. I don't think we'll start. He might make the bench. I don't think so. I don't think he's quite fit yet. I'm sure last week Roger said he's a few weeks out from fitness. Let's have a look who else is in the chat saying that we should have Caglar and Fofana. Stimpy says Fofana. Mendy's definitely going in for Ndidi. I think so too. So I'm going to stick Mendy straight in, regardless of anything else. Mendy's got to go. I can't imagine it would be Hamza Chowdhury. So Mendy for me will go straight in the middle. But let's go back to those centre backs now. Let's vote on the centre backs. We've got Fofana and Cags. We've got Fofana, Big Wes, Little Wes. I don't know which Wes that is.
Box.
Yeah, Big Wes Morgan. Evans and Fofana. Evans is fine. According to Brendan Rodgers, Evans is fine. So do we have... it's going to be tough. Cags and Fofana. Isn't Evans fine? He is fine. Yes, Evans needs a rest and Cags needs a full game. A lot of people are saying Cags and Fofana. So we're going to go with Soyuncu and Fofana because I think maybe that's right. Maybe Johnny Evans and... Let's go. Johnny Evans, I think, will get a rest. I believe this. I believe this is happening.
Do you think Caglar well, do you think he's as good as he was before he got injured, or do you think he's just taking his time, probably trying to get
taking his time? Taking his time. Yeah. It's like I've seen a video of Ricardo Pereira training again, and he's scored an absolute worldie on the training pitch yesterday. So
that's another debate we could have today.
That's another debate we're going to have today is who goes right back, because as I just said, their left back is going to be Jack Harrison. Their left winger is going to be Jack Harrison. So who do you put on the right back against their, I think, a very underrated left winger? Who do we go? Do we go Castagno on the right, or do we go Justin? Who's on the right first, guys, in the chat? There's 26 of you in the chat. Pick your right back now. I want to know who's going right back. Is Castagna going right back? Are we going Ricardo Pereira at right back? Are we going James Justin? It's between the three. Let's have a look in the chat. So,
very mixed at the minute.
We've got James Justin. We've got JJ and Castagna, but which one at right back first? Castagna at right back. JJ's left, Castagna right. I think that's going to happen. JJ right. Ricky P right. Very good, Ricky P. But is he fit for a full match to start? Is he fit for a full match? Who knows? That's the question. Ricardo Castagna needs a rest. James Justin. JJ left, Ricky right. A lot of people are saying that Ricky's going to start on the right. Do we stick Ricky in on the right?
I think it'll be. I think Brendan will probably go safer and probably leave him on the bench. But at the end of the day, it's probably a 50-50 because I think he's getting very close to full fitness, and it'll be nice to see him have a run out.
Now, James Justin going left. I can see that happening.
Which is his best role? Would you say?
I don't know. He's been phenomenal, no matter where he's played.
Yeah,
he's been that good. JJ's got the strength, says Stimpy. Everton are losing 1-0 currently as it stands as well.
Yeah, I've seen that.
If Ricky P starts, he'll get subbed off at the 65th minute.
Yeah,
he's not going to make so many changes at the back. I don't think so too. I don't see Ricardo starting. I think it'll be Castagna.
That's a whole different back lineup, isn't it?
Yeah, especially with Evans out and Söyüncü in starting. Does he really want to play Söyüncü and Fofana at the same time from the beginning of a game when they've not actually done this yet?
You know what? You could see obviously Castagna take Ricky P's right back and him play as more of a right winger.
I still think Ricardo's going to be benched. I really can't see him starting yet. I don't know. I have a feeling he'll be benched. That's my opinion. I think Castagna will definitely, almost certainly start. He's been fantastic so far. And I'm so impressed with the signing of Fofana Castagna. Have worked so well on that right side because they've worked together well, haven't they, those two?
I think that would probably be something more similar because it's got the more of the starting lineup that you played before in the back sense.
Someone's got in the chat here. Malachi says, you really have Pereira back and not playing him. He's the best or second best right back in the league. Yes, he is, but he's been out for a year of football, Malachi. A full year of football nearly.
Yeah.
You don't just jump back into a side like
serious
that.
Injury as well.
Yeah, it's a serious injury. You've got to earn your form. You've got to find your form. And I don't think you can just play a full 90 minutes like that. I don't. Be
right.
I can see him probably being subbed on again if we're 2-0 up in like the 60th minute or something. I can see him being subbed on. That's my opinion. I might be wrong, but so far we've got this right. So let's stick with what we think as well as the chat thinks at the same sort of time. But I think
I agree. Agreeing with Castagna.
Yeah, but Malachi, I do agree with what you said that he is one of the best right backs in the Premier League. Just unfortunate for the injury that he's taken and how long it's taken for him to get back into the game. That's the unfortunate thing. You look like Wes Morgan, says Logan. Oh, dear. Right, so Ndidi is obviously out. Who is better defensive than Mendy? He won't change much in the back. So that's it. That's what I'm saying. The only worry I've got is with no Ndidi is that height again.
Yeah, because you got exposed when you played in the FA Cup. Yeah,
we did. Now, let's go on to the controversial one because it's almost a cert that he's going to go Harvey Barnes on the left, right?
Yeah, definitely. I can't see Harvey Barnes not starting.
Right, so that's almost a cert. That's just not going to change anytime soon. But the controversial one is on the right wing. Do you go for more defensive, energy bursting Michael Brighton, or do you go with the more attacking minded who has been brilliant? Do you go with Under?
It's a tricky one. It is a tricky one. He had a little bit of a knock, didn't he? So maybe that's going to put him off from starting a little bit. But you know what? Anything's possible. And I think I think I'm going to have to lay off and leave this to the chat because it could be anything.
Okay, I think we'll leave it to the chat. Let's see what the chat says. From right now, I want you guys to vote Albrighton under. Let's go now.
There's a lot of under.
Right now. Right. We've got Ken go under. I'll go with under. You go with Mark or Brighton.
All right.
I've got one.
I've got one Mark.
I've got quite a lot of unders.
I've got one Ricky as well. 2 Mark. 3 Mark.
Okay.
4 Mark.
1, 2. I've got 5.
5 Mark. 6 Mark.
So I've got a fair few under as well here. I've got about 6.
7 Mark.
7.
8, 9 Mark.
Okay, Marcus took over. I think maybe Albrighton then. People are suggesting Albrighton over under and under as a sub. Well, the chat's spoken.
It's really difficult. It's difficult because a lot of people are already commenting and then spamming the same thing. So it's hard to count because people are just repeating themselves.
It is. It's a shame that you can't put like a live poll on YouTube yet.
I reckon you could, but it's just something you'd have to work out. Maybe you could do spin the wheel. Spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel. It's a very tough one based on defensive duties.
Flip a coin. You got a coin?
I haven't, mate. No.
Let me see if I have. Obviously, you're not going to be able to see it, and I won't jinx it. You're just going to have to trust me. Let me have a look. I've got something.
I still think it'll be Albrighton.
All right, I've got a coin. It's a keychain coin, but I've got a coin. Right, what are we saying? Heads for who and tails for who?
Heads Albrighton, tails under.
All right, you ready?
I think we should. Just before you do it, I think we should rest under for European football too.
Yeah, I think that's to be fair. I think that's going to be where he's going to be in favour, and that would be where he gets his form. But here we go. I'm doing it. So, what are you saying? Heads, Mark, under, tails.
Heads for Albrighton.
Oh, crap. All right. Okay. Here we go.
No
tails.
Cheating. Oh, 4.
Tails.
Right. Okay. The coin has spoken. Okay. I don't see Kenga's under starting.
I said Mark. To be honest with you, I think Mark will start.
Okay. If we get this prediction wrong, I think Mark Albrighton.
Blame the coin.
I'll blame the coin. I think Mark Albrighton. Right. Who goes in the middle next to Mendy? Is it Tielemans?
Definitely no debate on those two. Who's going to be on the midfield?
Let's just make sure the chat says who goes next to Mendy. Put your name in next to Mendy right now in the chat, guys. Who goes next to Mendy? It's going to be Yuri Tielemans. It won't be anyone else. There isn't anyone else. There's only Hamza Chowdhury. There's only Hamza.
Yuri already. Just put him in.
There you go. It's Yuri Tielemans. Right. Okay. So we've got Horny Yuri.
He's arguably been your best player this season.
Captain material, mate. Captain material. And obviously we're going with JM10, right?
Yeah, definitely. I think he's also probably been one of your best players this season as well, consistency-wise as well.
You're not going to put Nacho up top and put Perez number 10, are you?
The thing is, people saying Perez can be a 10. He's not showed it. I think the only times he's actually played decent in a couple matches, but still been inconsistent, is probably in the right wing or as a striker. But striker in the FA Cup, it's not really proving it, is it? Okay,
let's go to the bench.
I think those two men that you've got on there already are going to be there.
Yeah, I still want Albrighton over under personally, but the coin has spoken. I can't change it. I'd like to change it for. I want to change it. What? Am I allowed to change it?
If you've got a coin, maybe you can overturn my coin.
Dear. Maybe I'll ask the chat in a second if we can change it one more time. But obviously Danny Ward will be in the on the bench, so that's a cert. Yeah. We're gonna obviously have Kalichi and Nacho, so we'll stick Nacho. Who else makes the bench? Johnny Evans makes the bench.
Will a Hamza Chowdhury maybe, or will Ndidi be okay? Do you reckon?
No, Ndidi's 10 days out.
All right, so Ndidi's definitely out of the situation.
Yeah, so Ndidi's 10 days out at least. He's got a minor tay. Tomorrow Gray's says
that's right. Someone always has to put that in.
Tomorrow Gray's on his way to Bayern I can't even say it. Leverkusen. So he's gone. Gray's gone. He played behind Vardy against Sheffield and was good. Who was he talking about there?
I think probably Perez, maybe.
Oh, right.
Or Maddison. I don't know.
Perez is not playing a number 10 role. End of discussion. Who else makes the bench, lads, in the chat? We've got Hamza Chowdhury somewhere, but he's on his way out. He's on his way out too. He's on his way to Newcastle, isn't he? Let's be honest.
I think I've seen 4 people put Hamza actually, and a couple
Daniel Amarte, because we've not got many players, to be fair. Dennis Pratt's injured as well. Don't forget.
You're dropping like flies.
We are dropping like flies. Luke Thomas, we've got Thomas left. We haven't got many other players. We actually haven't. It's quite scary.
You might actually eventually end up having to just pick a random academy player at some point during the season.
Yeah, we've got Christian Fuchs. He's fit. But I don't know why you'd have Fuchs and Thomas. But then again, Fuchs could act as a centre-back.
Yeah,
but you've got Evans on the bench. That really is it. There's nothing else you can really do. You've got Wes Morgan who's out. You've got Dennis Pratt who's out. Ndidi who's out. Jamie Vardy who's out. Demarai Gray who's leaving the club.
Newcastle are 2-0.
Wow. That's it. That is it. There's literally no other option. Great. We get the bench right. Anyway, I think personally, I'm going to ask the chat for this, that we swap Under for Albrighton. I really don't think Under will start.
Let's have one more go. Try our best as well to make sure that we don't pick the same vote for the same person, if you know what I mean. Right.
Okay. Look, guys in the chat, talk to me. Under Albrighton. Are we swapping? Because I don't think he's going to start, lads. I don't think he'll start. I really don't think he'll start. Guys in the chat, let's go. Yes or no? Do we swap Under and Albrighton? Let's have a look. I think so too, personally.
I think they're just.
If the two Turkish players are in there, then it is a win. Suhunchu and Under.
One says no.
Yeah, no.
So
you would start Under over Albrighton? It's
2 for Mark, 3 for no.
Hmm.
I'm just waiting because this is very close. No, Mark. Start Pereira.
Start Pereira.
See, that's a vote for Pereira. Mark, that's 3-3.
What? So Pereira instead of Under?
That's what one person said. That's the same person. He said that already. I think it's 3.
Like
this is ridiculous.
I know you've coin tossed it, mate, but I really don't. We've got to get this right, and it's between all of us.
See, Under's coming back again now.
Under. Everyone wants Under, but I don't think he'll start. Okay, right. We'll leave it.
The chat has spoken and the coin.
Right, it's their show as much as it is ours.
Oh. Well, we know who to blame.
well, no, it's their show as much as it's ours. We got it right the last time between us all, and the time before that too. So we're on a hat trick here if we can get this right. But I do not see Under starting.
No, if we do get this right, I feel like we're going to be under the wrath a little bit.
Well, who knows? But
we'll get told off.
Right, it's looking like we're going with that same kind of formation of it's almost like a 4-2-3-1. Yuri Tillemans kind of just sits a little bit in front of Mendy, but acts more as almost a CDM, but more of a playmaker instead of a defending role. And then James Maddison as your 10 role sitting behind Perez. That kind of looks like it. Ash Sean from Enderby says Ian T. That's a shout, but I don't think he will know right now. He usually knows about 7 minutes before the game. I mean, I won't leak where he gets it from, but where I get it from is the same. It's the same place, so I don't know. But there you go. We're going for Kasper Schmeichel in the sticks with Suhunchu and Fofana starting instead of Evans. We've gone for James Justin and Castagna on left and right with a Mendy and Tielemans as your holding roles with Maddison as your 10, Harvey Barnes and Under on the right. I'm not going with that. I think Michael Brighton, but there you go. And Perez playing as the striker. Get your comments in, guys. What's your score predictions before we shoot?
We're talking about the Man U Everton, Man U Arsenal as well, because that's later to do.
It's a massive game later. If I could, I would do the watch along, but I just can't do it. I'm sorry, guys. I wish I could, but I can't. 6-0
Arsenal games as well. They're not great because there's so many Arsenal channels. It's just you won't get many clicks. So it's just pointless anyway. It's like when you did it on Mundo Sporto, you're probably going to get about 30 viewers.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That's it. We're going with this. This is it. There's a lot of channels live right now doing watch-alongs and stuff. Go and give the Magpie channel a bit of a kick because they're doing the live Everton versus Newcastle right now over on the Magpie channel, and they're good lads, and I get on with them really well. So go and check them out and say Chappy sent me. Draw would be good result for Leicester, says Ian T. I'm going for Leicester to completely annihilate them tomorrow. I'm going for 3-0 tomorrow at home. Winksy, your prediction?
I think it will be
just based on what we've got in front of us.
Yeah.
We don't know the squad.
I think it will be. It's something along the lines of a win from Leicester, but it could be very close, or you could run away. That's the thing with Leeds; you never really know. But I'm going to go with something similar with you and say a 2-0.
Yeah. Well, if Arsenal can turn United over, that will be even better.
No, it won't. I don't need that, mate. Honestly, not today.
But let's just talk Leicester a minute. It will help Leicester out. I'm just saying.
I can't even handle it, man. I can't even bother to listen to Danny. Do you know how long that will be for the watch along?
Yeah, of course, it'll be all the way through. But please, just a quick reminder: we are going to be doing the watch along tomorrow. So please hop over to the watch along and have a look at the link. It is pinned already. We are live from 1:40 tomorrow. Please click the link in the pin chat right now. There's 33 of you. If you could do that for me and if you could get 33 likes on that link that's pinned, that would be fantastic, and it'd support the video going up. It would support us. And
what was it, like 60 or something before we started last time? That was immense.
Yeah, we got something like, I think it was like 65 before the bloody whistle even kicked off. So if you can go over, click that link, it's pinned, and do it now. Do it good. Yes, click that link just like you should. Come on, you know what to do. Yeah. I went there. Right, I am off. I am off. That's it. We're done. Ready for tomorrow for the watch along. I shall see you all very, very soon. Have a great afternoon, great evening. Stay safe, everyone. Winksy, stay safe, and I'll speak to you tomorrow on the watch along show. It's been a pleasure again, Winks. It's been a pleasure. No worries, man. Take care. Come on, the Foxes. 3-0 tomorrow. 3-0. See you there. See you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye. Adios.